What's going on, guys? My name is Elias. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, this is my first wash of my 2023 FL5 Civic Type R, and we're going to take a detailed dive at the exterior of the car as I wash the car. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it down, we're going to wash it together, and I'm going to talk about every single detail of the car, from aesthetics to, its proper venting, to the useful bits, to the non-useful bits, the things that I like, the things that I don't like, the things that hopefully they improve at some point. So we're going to take a look at all of that. I think this is a kind of unique video. I believe Obsessed Garage does something similar. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this video for you guys and with you guys. And finally get this car washed. It's absolutely filthy. So I've done 2 track days on this already, and it's disgusting. So let's get it washed and let's have some fun, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it'll help me out a lot. And like the video if you do. All right, guys, let's get started. So obviously the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that Honda pressure washer and we're going to spray foam. Well, we're going to rinse it, then spray foam. Then I'll turn it off and we'll talk about the details. You know, the more I look at the FL5, the more I like it. And yeah, let's get up close and personal and talk about that. So I think one of the biggest differences between the FK8 and the FL5 is going to be right here where the windshield meets the hood. This line right here, this is all very different from the FK8. And what it does and why they did it was to give the driver a lower cowl line with the dash. And you can kind of see it with the kind of a very long, it's not that noticeable until you see it, but it's a longer sweep of this windshield here. It's very nice. The other difference obviously is these fenders, they're not tacked on like they are in the FK8. In the FL5, they're beautiful. I mean, it just kind of flows. It's like a waterfall. Flows down. It's really nice. One of my favorite corners to look at this car is like kind of right here. Right where I'm currently spending the most time, kind of cleaning up. And now, something I'm not a big fan of is kind of this space right here. From here to here, it's a bit bulbous. You know, you could easily lower the hood by about ½ inch and it'll make the car look a lot better. But for pedestrian safety, there's a lot of space between here and what's under there. So they made the car uglier for pedestrian safety. I don't know if I should complain about that, but it is what it is. Oh. I got a rock chip already. Wow. So I have a rock chip right there. Yeah, that's what that is. And that's okay. This is not a garage queen. I will be getting a PPF at some point. I just haven't had time. Yeah, it's definitely a rock chip. Oh, and that's okay. The paint quality in Hondas is just not good. And it doesn't matter where it's built, Honda paint quality has gone completely out the drain. And it's due to the fact that Honda likes to be very environmentally friendly. So all the paint they use is as environmentally friendly as they can get. And it's very thin. I think it's maybe part of the weight savings, I guess. It's not a very thick amount of paint. I mean, I'm looking at that little scrape right there. I can't see it right now, but oh, there it is. And man, it's not a lot of paint there. So this car needs a PPF badly. Just gotta get rid of the rubber streaks that you get from the track. It happens a lot. Hopefully no more rock chips. No, that's another rock chip. Wow. That can't be a rock chip. That is a rock chip. I'm surprised. This car barely has any miles on it, and it's got some rock chips already. Go figure. Should probably stop driving it and get a PPF ASAP. Now that I just noticed how poor quality the paint is. When I say poor quality, I mean it looks beautiful. It's very, very, very well done, but it is not very thick. These cars are going to show a lot of rock chips if you don't protect it. In case you guys are wondering, I'm really not cleaning the whole thing all over. I'm just going after the little spots that I see, any tire marks. Oh my God. Another giant rock chip. I might have to retitle this video, because this thing has already more rock chips than my FK8 ever had. And they're huge. They're obnoxiously huge. Wow. I'll bring you guys in for a close-up after I'm done here. But car has 2,300 miles, and it is full of rocks. Let's get up close and personal. Now, mind you guys, this car has 2,200 miles on it, 2,300 miles. It's not much. And look at this. That giant rock chip there. That's the first one I found. It's not great. It's the size, so it's not small. It's not large, but it's not small. The next one I found. Let's see if I can find it again. It's just a little paint imperfection there. Another paint imperfection there, very tiny. These are like huge. Look at this. That's insane. I'm putting my finger there just for reference. That's a gigantic rock chip. There's another one here. You can feel the paint peeling off. This is very thin paint here, guys. Look at that. I'm really gonna have to PPF for this, like almost as an emergency basis. But for now, she looks good when she's clean. Anyway, besides that, I apologize for the distraction there. I mean, wouldn't you be upset if your brand new car already had a bunch of rock chips on it? I know I am, but that's not what this video is for. We'll talk about the paint quality in another video. We can thank the EPA and California Air Resources Board all we want. We're here to talk about the functionality of this, the design of the car. We left off last talking about this kind of schnoz. Oh, and there's a rock chip there that I couldn't find before. But this looks really, really good on the Type R. It looks terrible, in my opinion, on the other Civics. And all of this is much larger than the FK8. You can see this much larger opening here to feed as much air as possible into those radiators. The intercooler down here, very well designed. It's got a little like V right here. These, I hope they'll do a good enough job to protect the intercooler. Time will tell. And it's got brake vents right here and right here. All very functional. I thought this would be functional, these right here, but they are not functional. I was surprised to see that, and not a big deal, but there you have it. Those are not functional vents. This one is, that one is. Everything here obviously very functional. Again, I just love the way that the lights are inset from the inside. And of course this exhaust vent from the top of the hood sets it off really nicely. As we continue on from the front to back, again, the fender here, just the bulging and the waterfall cascade effect that has, is super beautiful. I love the wheels. These wheels are much nicer than the FK8s. Those are too large, 20 inches. These are 19-inch wheels. And these wheels are wider, so the tires are wider as well. And it all just fits in quite nicely. The Brembo brakes, it's red on red. I think that looks really good. I think white on red looks really good as well. I think black on red looks really good as well. The Boost blue and red, I don't know. It looks okay. I prefer the red on red or the white on red. Just looking at the rotor there, making sure it's all good. I think we're good. I just finished changing the brake pads on this. And then obviously this right here, this was not really as defined on the FK8. It was more hidden, but it's very functional, and it's just a nice air passage there. I think I'm going to put in there's a protection piece that you can buy to put on behind here. I think it'll protect it nicely from sending rocks all over the door. As we've discovered, this paint is not the best. All right, let's move on further back. Right, so I think back here, things start to look a little less sporty, in my opinion, but it still looks great. I love how everything is kind of integrated here. I love this extra little window here. You don't think that would make a big difference, but it really does. That gives you that little bit of extra, kind of spatial view from the inside. Makes you feel like you're in a fishbowl, which is how you want to feel in a hot hatch. Again, the same wheels, front to back. Tiny rotor. I wish that Honda had fixed this from the FK8s. They never did. They didn't bother, I guess, to fit it with larger rotors. Frankly, to save some cost, I would just take the same rotors up front, put them in the back. Same caliper as well. But here we are, really small rear rotor and caliper for the back. I mean, most of the braking is done on the front, I understand, but I wish it was a little bigger, and it kind of looks out of place in a car this sporty. Outside of that, I think the way this fender and the bumper kind of flow together very well. The door also is different on the Type R version of this car. I think it flows nicely. This spoiler and this tail light, this being kind of bulbous, right? It's kind of slash here, slash there. I don't know, not a big fan. Maybe there's too much real estate here. I don't know. I am nitpicking, but that's what we're here to do. All right, let's keep moving. So here we are on the back. This is probably my least favorite area in terms of looks. I do like the wing. I think it sets it off nicely. Maybe a little higher would be nice. People like to body color this. You know, if you have a white one, a championship white, you make it white, or if it's boost blue, you make this blue. I think in the red, leaving it black, I think it does a nice job of kind of like contrasting the red a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, by the way. I think I'm gonna keep this black. I'm not gonna change this at all. I like the way it is. But when you come here, it's all very rounded off. You know, it's not as exciting as the FK8. The FK8, you came back here, it's all kinds of angles and angular. A lot of people hated that. I actually really like the way the FK8 looked. It's one of those things that it's a matter of taste. And I guess I have no taste, but I like the FK8s, the way they look, the angular angriness to them. This is very soft, you know, very rounded off. It's very nicely rounded off. And it's, you know, to each according to their taste, right? The three exhaust pipes, you know, obviously the difference is that the middle pipe is the larger one this time. I actually prefer this look to the FK8's three-tipped exhaust. But yeah, everything else kind of flows together. Again, I prefer the FK8 taillights, but these have grown on me a little bit. And I wish this whole bar turned on. It doesn't, but I wish it did. Of course, we got the little red badge in back as we have in the front. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I apologize, I did get distracted by those, I mean, terrible rock chips. I mean, there's like 4 of them. I mean, I don't think even my BMW, my 325D has that many. And it's got 160,000 miles on it. So I don't know. We are definitely gonna have to get some PPF type of action going on with this car. And if you have a Type R, I recommend you get one as well. I mean, especially if it's red. I guess the red color is not as durable. I don't know. But I was surprised about that. I do love the way the car looks. I love the design of it. I think the FK8 design is a little bit more exciting. This is a little bit more toned down. It's a matter of taste. I like both of them a lot. So don't ask me to choose. I'll choose both. And that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace.